This is a good time to point out a key distinction between a reverse mortgage and a traditional or forward mortgage. With a traditional mortgage, because you are making payments, your loan balance decreases and your equity increases. With a reverse mortgage, because you are receiving payments, your loan balance increases and your equity decreases. Simply stated, the amount you owe increases, and this eats away at the equity you've built up in your home. Here's a reverse mortgage example. Mary, a 75-year-old borrower, lives in a home worth $250,000 and owes $50,000 on her existing mortgage. She qualifies for a reverse mortgage of about $121,000 with an interest rate of 7%. Mary borrows $67,000 to pay off her existing mortgage and for minor home repairs. She would owe about $12,000 in upfront costs, and interest and fees would be charged on the loan until it is paid back. In other words, the loan continues to grow. Let's say Mary lives in the house for 12 years, then moves into an assisted living facility, which would make the loan become due. At this time, the cost of Mary's $67,000 loan, meaning just the interest and fees, would amount to $136,000 or 200% more than what she borrowed. She'll also have to pay back the $67,000 she borrowed, making the cost of her loan amount to a grand total of $203,000. It's like her 7% interest rate doubled, and she paid nearly twice as much in interest. Remember, interest is a percentage added on to what you borrow. It's one cost of borrowing money. The higher the interest rate, the more interest you'll pay. When you are dealing with larger amounts of money, like in a reverse mortgage, your interest rate can have a tremendous impact on the cost of your loan. The biggest expense of Mary's loan was $111,000 in interest charges. Again, Mary's loan had an interest rate of 7%. With a 10% interest rate, Mary's interest payments would total $143,274. With a 4% interest rate, Mary's interest payments would total $40,269. Interest rates matter. Know your interest rate. You should also know whether it's fixed or variable. If it's variable, it can increase, which will cost you more. You should also be aware of your fees. Reverse mortgages come with large upfront fees that can be as high as 10% of the amount you borrowed. Because of the high upfront fees and costs of a reverse mortgage, you should assess how long you plan on staying in the home before you take out a reverse mortgage. What if Mary decides to move after 2 years of taking out her $67,000 reverse mortgage? At the end of 2 years, the total cost of the loan is about $26,000. That's 38% of her loan amount. She'll have to pay the $67,000 back too. Financially, she would have been better served not taking out the reverse mortgage.